Welcome to the Sublime Soiree, everyone. I'm Linda, and we are a week already into 2025. It's so surprising.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Mm,
And, whenever we get into a new year, and really any new season for that matter, it's always a wonderful opportunity to reflect and renew, and maybe even shed some excess clutter that we've accumulated over time. And that can happen physically, that can happen spiritually,
mm.
that can happen mentally, right, Sue?
Right, Linda. And I'm Sue, and we're so happy to be here and have this wonderful opportunity today to really talk about what is hindering us and what do we need to throw off.
Hmm.
And we're excited to introduce to you our friend and fashion expert, Shari Braendel, as she talks about her new online course, The 27 Hangers.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here.
We're so excited to have you, Sherry, and we're looking forward to talking with you more about the course in just a minute. But before we do, we wanted to ask you if you could just really reintroduce yourself to our audience and also just give us a little bit of background on how Style by Color came to be.
Style by Color came about, well, really many, many years ago, over 15 years ago, under the name of Fashion Meets Faith.
Okay.
And we were Fashion Meets Faith for many, many years. And just a few years ago, we changed that to Style by Color. And really, we are still we lead with Christ, we lead with faith, but people were not opening our emails. And so we thought, all right, so what is it? And if we were going to be the light of Christ, we didn't want to like maybe if somebody were new to just the whole faith world, we didn't want to lead with something that we couldn't lead with because they weren't opening the emails. And
Uh,
so we decided to change the name to Style by Color. And I would say we really started out as I was started out as a speaker in
mhm.
about 2005, and I spoke I've spoken at over 500 churches in the last 15 years. Yeah, boy, it's been so
Wow.
long.
Wow.
Actually, 15, I guess we're coming up on 20 years because that's 2005. Somewhere 5 years just passed me by. So it's
Mm.
20 years we've been in business.
Yes.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness. And so started out as a speaker. And then in 2010, I had so many women after I would get off of a stage come to me and say, "Oh my goodness, I can't believe you talked about fashion in church and style in church." And a lot of this is a great outreach event. So I would do, all kinds of girls' night outs and that kind of thing. And women who just have a love for fashion and style and empowering other women in their outer appearance just really almost felt forgotten in the church.
Mhm.
And so they sometimes hid their love for fashion because, oh my goodness, outer beauty, it's not as, maybe it's not, as spiritual as inner beauty. And they didn't want to, and obviously we know that true beauty is an inside job.
Mhm.
And so, but we can reflect Christ in our outer appearance and draw others to him through us and through our outer appearance. And so we started our training academy in 2010, and we train women in the field of fashion, style, color analysis, and image consulting, and help them to have an impact on their local communities.
That's excellent.
Sherry, when you think about women and their greatest concerns over wardrobe, fashion, what do you think they are?
So I really believe that the concerns it comes down to self-esteem. I
Mhm.
think in a
Mhm.
world that it's comparison. Women are always comparing themselves to other women, whether it's in the church. We think it doesn't happen in the church, but it does,
Yes.
right? Somebody walks in a really cute outfit, and there's like, oh, I want to look like her, or why can't I look like her? And I think it keeps Christian women, I think all women, but we'll speak specifically to Christians. I think it keeps them from really stepping into who God called them to be,
Mhm.
into their purpose, because whatever happened along the way, whether it's words that people put on them, labels, you're too fat, or you're not good enough, or you're not, why don't you lose weight? Or, and I think sometimes parents do it unintentionally, not realizing that, it really hurts
Mhm.
people. And so with that, um, I think that God, how he is so gracious and can use anything in to reach others, right? I feel like that is one of the areas that just hasn't been really addressed in Christian circles so much. And so I do. I think it stems from insecurity and probably comparison and things that we feel about ourselves.
So you've almost answered my next question a little bit already. Why do you think it's important for people to get an understanding of fashion? And is there a special significance that you do find, and maybe you've answered this already, but a special significance for women of faith?
Hmm. Well, you know, I think probably I touched on it a little bit, but I think if we take it a little bit deeper, we have to remember that it is a good thing to feel good about ourselves.
Yeah.
We are not supposed to be hidden under a bucket, like it says in Matthew
Right.
5:14. I put you on a light to shine, so shine,
Right.
right? And unfortunately, women don't. They feel incapacitated for whatever reason, and Christian women in particular, for I don't know why it kind of, and maybe it's because, well, you, both of you and me, that's who we serve, right? That's our
Right.
audience,
Mhm.
and so we see it more. But I just believe that if we can free women up in that place where they feel so hindered,
Mhm.
then fashion is a way that we can do it. It just gives somebody more confidence, and I mean, that's a wonderful thing. How could anyone say that's not a good thing,
Right.
right?
Right. Yeah.
So, Shari, you have created the 27 Hangers program online. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is?
Yes, absolutely. So I'll take you back to when I first dreamed this idea up. I was watching a movie recently, 27 Dresses.
Mhm.
So this is like, let's go back to 2016, I think it was, 2015, somewhere in there, 2016. I was invited to speak to a women's conference in uh, Minneapolis, I think it was. And it was a mom's conference. 6,000 women were in attendance. And I had spoken there several times before. Well, when the event planner called, she said, "We'd love for you to come back. Our moms love your topic, but could you come up with something different?" And so capsule wardrobe was becoming a big thing, capsule wardrobing,
Mhm.
like, curated wardrobes, smaller wardrobes. And like I said, I just finished watching the movie and I thought, what kind of wardrobe could I come up with that, like, the number of pieces that someone maybe could really work with in their closet. So I started playing around and I came up with the idea of 27 pieces. And so worked with it, and so I put together this talk. Go to Minneapolis. So I go in and there's, the 50, and then a few more come in when they see the topic, because ahead of time they saw it listed like, oh, 27 hangers. I wonder what that is. We ended up with double the amount of women in the workshop.
No.
Well, they wouldn't leave at the end of it. And then I was supposed to do it later on in the same day. And not only did the same women come back, we had standing room only of women who were lining up around the wall because they were so fascinated, because not only could they do a
Wow.
27 hanger wardrobe for themselves, but they could do it for their kids. They could do it for
Mhm.
their husband. They could do it maybe for a mom who was moving into, an assisted living. Or so all of a sudden the light bulbs went on, and it was just, I mean, I remember it to this day, like, fascinating women, like they were so in love with this. So when I got back, I thought, man, how can I get this out to more people?
Mhm.
And that's when I created the first 27 hanger online course. Well, that was over 10 years ago. So we had taken it off of our website for a while. We just refilmed it, and it is better than ever. And so I think the beautiful thing about this is, first of all, it's only $27. So
Nice.
$27, probably the best money you could spend instead of having, I mean, obviously you could have somebody come in and clean out your closet for you, but it's not going to cost $27. And right. But it is
Right.
like me sitting in your closet with you because I tell you it's 8 modules long and I say, okay, so this is what you have to get. Get this, this, pause the video, go get it. They
Okay.
go off, get it, boom, right. Start the video again, boom, go do this, go do this. And by the end, it you get your wardrobe and not your whole wardrobe. So I think people kind of freak out because they think, oh my goodness, I've got to get rid of all of our things. No, we are going to work through getting rid of things, right? But
Mhm.
we're really going to make a space in your closet for 27 pieces for that season. And I say, let's work on a 3-month season
Okay.
and watch the mix and match happen. And the confidence come when someone walks into their closet and they know exactly what to put on because everything mixes and matches,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so, and then you'll see what you're not wearing, what you are wearing, and then you shop from your own closet from the things that are, pushed to the side or so that's how it came about. And it's been our best-selling product ever since.
Oh, that's fantastic. So we saw on the website that the course is divided into 8 classes. And in that class, you teach people about how to build a capsule wardrobe. You talk to them about their style personality. You teach them how to determine the difference between, and this one really intrigued me, minority and majority lifestyle wardrobe, and also how to shop on purpose, but not impulse. Can you define what those different terms mean and also why it's good for all of us to know them?
Absolutely. Well, the minority and majority lifestyle wardrobe, it's one of the first things we'll do together in the course. What I do is I like to have you think, each person think about how do they mostly spend their life? Like, is it like from 9 to 5 or 8 to 6, Monday through Friday? What are you wearing?
Okay.
What does that look like? That's your majority lifestyle wardrobe. For some
Okay.
people, it's a work wardrobe. For others, it's a stay-at-home mom wardrobe. For others, it's a retired, you're going to luncheons, you're going to, charity events, you're whatever that looks like for you in that biggest time period. The minority lifestyle is the extras. It might be church on the weekends. It might be date night. It might be a club meeting that you have, during the week. So we divide it into two and we do a pie chart on your worksheet
Okay.
and know that 3/4 of your wardrobe should be based around your majority. And
Okay.
then we'll have the other part for your minority. So that's that. I think that we all have a mishmash of clothes in our closets. And when I would say to someone, what's your style personality? Most people don't know
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know, I like classic. I like that, vintage thing over here. I like boho, right? Yeah. So well, probably years ago now, probably I think it was back in 2010, I was trying to determine names for style personalities. And that's one of the things I recognized was, you could maybe name a few, like you could see somebody who's pretty tailored and classically dressed. And then there were others who were like, oh my, like for lack of a better term, she ain't got no style, right? So it was kind of like, oh my goodness. And there was a lot. And then when I've cleaned out closets over the years, uh, it's like we couldn't really pinpoint. So what I do is we have 8 different style personalities that we're going to talk about in the course.
Okay.
An under 35 and an over 35.
Oh, okay.
And so what we do is we think because our under 35s, they're they're it's a whole different world than it is for somebody who might be 50 or 60. And
Mm-hmm.
I found that women who hit to be about 50 or 60, we've kind of stepped into a style, but we maybe haven't really embraced it or
Okay.
we haven't named it. And
Okay.
so when I'll work with a client, she'll say, well, I think I'm a little bit of both. Well, that's why we don't have a lot of things that go together.
Mm.
So what I like to have somebody do is identify one style personality. Let's work with this for 3 months.
Okay.
Then if you don't feel that it's comfortable, then we'll we'll add something new and we'll step into something new. And I really feel like, yes, you can have a little bit of all the style personalities in your wardrobe, but until we know the rules, we can't break them.
Hmm.
That's why we have just,
Right.
clothes that are all over the place.
Mhm.
And this also helps you to really shop on purpose, like you'd mentioned, and not on impulse, because you're
Mhm.
looking for specific things,
Mhm.
because you know kind of what to look for. But also to that effect is in the course, we actually give a worksheet that for them, a certain number of tops, pants, layering pieces, dresses, and then a got it and a need it cat spot.
Okay.
So if you have, the 12 or 14 tops or whatever we have in there, you check them off, right? And we're working around specific colors in there. So got it. But then you'll see maybe you're lacking 4 tops. So then when I go to the mall, I'm going to look for 4 tops that go along with my current wardrobe in your closet, your 27 pieces, and so that's what helps you shop on
Yeah.
purpose and not on impulse.
Mm.
Nice.
So, Sherry, in the past, we have both benefited from a closet outfit planner that you offered. In November, you shared with your audience that there would be a shift. Can you tell us why the shift and pivot to this new 27 hangers course?
Absolutely. So we did the Closet Outfit Planner, launched that in 2020. It was 27 pieces that I did a trend report for. We did 6 different ones based on a person's color code. And we laid out the pieces. We have links to shopping. And as I say it out loud, you're going to have audience members say, like, I want that. Like, that is perfect. But I really feel like one of the things the Lord was really impressing upon me is I never want to be the person who influences someone to shop when they don't need clothes. And I
Hmm.
think when that closet outfit planner came out each season, people just wanted to shop. They wanted to shop the shopping links and they wanted to get everything that was on there. And we didn't have the exact pieces. It was for inspiration. So if it was a houndstooth blazer, we wanted you to shop your closet first. Do
Right.
you have a pattern blazer? And it didn't have to be houndstooth, but I really did a specific trend report and made sure that everything was in there so that women can look modern and up to date and be relevant in the world of fashion and style, not overly priced. We had all price points in there, right?
Mhm.
But it just came, when we refilmed the 27 hanger video course, I was like, this really does the same thing. Somebody doesn't need to spend $39 4 times a year to get the closet outfit planner when I could give a free trend report. I can have, we can still do it's $27. The course is once in a lifetime. They don't have to buy, over and over. It's one-time purchase. And I just really felt like the best way to serve our clients, serve our audience, and I don't do one-on-ones anymore. So when I say our clients, it's through years of experience and, helping our consultants serve their clients. I really felt like to do that best would be for the 27 hanger closet, that course, and then helping, if they wanted more help, then obviously they could get a consultant, one of our consultants to help them. But, listen to my trend report. We do have a free group that everybody can go to, and you don't have to purchase 27 hangers to be in there.
Mm.
Whereas with the closet outfit planner, you had to purchase the planner to be in the group. So it was just a pivot for us to really serve our customer, our client, our audience in a more succinct manner and one that I felt honors God, and it really being obedient to him, to listening to him saying, okay, it's time for that to end, and just working with the 27 hanger online course.
Mm.
That's neat. It really sounds, as you were describing it, like you're almost removing some barriers for women actually to have access to fashion expertise, but also not feel so overwhelmed. And I think that's fantastic. You
Mhm.
also mentioned, though, this color code. And I know that Sue and I have both found out what ours is. I'm a soft, Sue is a clear. But for the rest of the audience, can you explain what color code is and how somebody can determine what theirs is?
So we have a color code system. It is derived from the seasonal system. So many people have heard I'm a winter, summer, spring, autumn. We take it a little deeper. We look at someone's hair, skin, eyes, and contrast level. And so, contrast level, the difference between from the hair to the skin. And that helps us determine what patterns work for someone. For example, if we look at Sue on this on the screen, we can see that she has, black and white on, and her hair is black and her skin is light. So she's mimicking her black and white pattern to her face, right? You're softer, Linda, so you have really your skin and your hair are closer together. So patterns, what we would put on you, or something that's a little more medium in intensity. We would never do a zebra print on you or a black and white.
Mhm.
So we help our clients with that, and it is fascinating the difference that color can make. Now, in 27 hangers, we have a way for you to, get a color analysis in there, or if you don't want to, then choose your favorite colors. We're not going to, be like, you have to get a color analysis. I
Right.
just know you both know that it just makes a difference.
Hmm.
But color analysis, and that they could go to stylebycolor.com and find a consultant
Okay.
and in their area. And that's what I would recommend for that.
Yes, that's what I did, and it
Great.
was very, very helpful. Yeah. Yeah.
Great. So Sherry, how much is the 27 hanger package and how can they find it? And is there a deadline to make this purchase?
Great questions. Well, the price is $27. We have kept it at $27 for ever since we came out with it. And by the way, inside that video, I actually have an example of me cleaning out someone's closet
Uh-huh.
so
Mhm.
that you can watch that if you want to do that prior to actually walking through the videos.
Okay.
And I think you guys have a link that they can purchase it through. And so absolutely make sure you look at that link
Yeah.
and grab that, because we have, they'll just take us right to, it'll take them right to our website and they can get it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, friends. We actually are going to be linking the 27 Hangers online course to our notes from this video. So you can go down and take a look at that, click on it. It'll take you straight to Sherry's website, and then you can purchase that and start really refining and defining your wardrobe and maybe freeing up some of that clutter that we talked about at the
Mhm.
beginning of the video.
Mm. Sherry, is there anything else you'd like to share with our viewers about the 27 hangers package or anything else about your ministry, anything you're working on?
I would say if there's somebody out there who's really thinking, oh my goodness, I would love to empower other women
Mm.
through this, come and get our training package. You can download everything at our website, Style by Color. We've got a little box there. It says Be a Consultant. Click it on and download the package. It's not going to, hurt you to do that. All the pricing is there, but you truly can have a ministry and a business that you can make, a nice part-time income or a full-time if you choose. We're not a franchise, we're not a multi-level. It's your business to do as you wish, but we're there to help you every step of the way with truly, I would say, the best training in the industry and the best continuing ed. So I always think every time I get on a podcast, there's got to be someone listening who God is tapping on the shoulder and saying, you know what, this is for you. This is for
Mhm.
you. And so if that's you, reach out to us and just go to that website, stylebycolor.com, and download the packet. And then I'll jump on a Zoom with you and get to know you. And we'll talk through what it would be like for you to do that. But I would say that's the main thing. And Happy New Year for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yes.
so happy to be here. Thank you guys.
Well, thank
Thank
you,
you.
Sherry, so much for joining us. And thank you, friends, for joining us around the table. Please look for the links below. This is a wonderful opportunity as we are looking at the new year. And in the meantime, friends, we do pray that your week is sublime and that you live each day free above the fray. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Sherry.
Bye. Thank you.